Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back. It is time for another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 AI replay cast. You guys really loved the last one, so we're doing another one. And if it sounds like I just woke up and started casting Starcraft, it's because I did. So yeah, no better way to start the day than with some Starcraft 2. I want to say thanks to everyone who sent some replays in of their bot. And this is one that I think I'm rather excited to see. I mean, I honestly like all these bot matches. Pretty much, other than the ones that drag on for like an hour or of pure derpage or something like that. But this one shouldn't be like that, even though it is created by the guy who likes to drag games out for an hour. Apparently this one's going to be a little bit different. This is Ketroc bot, or just called Ketroc, but it's not the turtle bot from what I understand compared to some of the other bots that he has created, so that's a plus. Apparently this is going to be a bit of a ghost bot, and he said that, and I'm like, yeah, I'll check this one out. And then being on the receiving end of this ghost bot is going to be a bot that I've honestly never heard of, called Zoe. I'm not sure who the author is, but we're gonna see this bot for the first time here. So I really have no idea how it's gonna play, whether it's gonna rely on some sort of mechanic or whether it's gonna sort of try and play its heart out, you know? It's robotic Tin Man heart out. So we see a double hatchery from Zobot, which is another good name for a bot. Zoe and Ketroc bot. These bot developers are pretty good at picking names, you know. We've actually got a scout going out by the Zobot. And then, yeah, a third hatch is something that I wanted to talk about as far as pro bots go. This is pretty much out of the meta, going for hatcheries this quick in StarCraft 2. Like, this was before the second minute mark. It's what? Already 40. So this was like a minute 30 third hatchery, which is something that gets punished by human players, I believe. Or just, I'm actually not sure exactly why it's out of the StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void meta, but it is. And that's actually quite interesting that it works in pro bots, seemingly. Or it works in AI matches. Pro bots is a league, is probably the most known AI league that anyone can enter their bot into. Assuming your bot's good enough, that is. So we have got a ghost on the way for Ketroc bot, which is exactly why I wanted to see this. This looks like something that Ruff would do on the North American ladder and stream it. And yeah, ghosts are cool units, so I'm excited to see how this works. It's one of those things that you think is either going to go very well or go very horribly, because ghosts are a very abusable unit. Like, Snipe's very abusable. If the opponent bot doesn't know how to deal with it, then that could lead to some problems here for Zoe. At the same time, just the base behavior of Zoe could potentially counter these ghosts. So we're going to see how well that's going to work out. It's going to be a bit of a question whether this bot is going to rely on Cloak, which we haven't seen research, or whether it's just going to be sniping for days, pew pew pew. And before I totally forget, ladies and gentlemen, leave a like for these AI matches. Let's try and hit, we're 44 seconds in on the fourth minute, I guess. So go ahead and hit that like button. Let's try and hit 44 likes on this video. If we could do that, that would be truly amazing, and would really show that you guys do enjoy these probot casts, AI casts. I'm just going to keep referring to it as probots, guys. That's a hard habit to break at this point. But, yeah. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't, hit that little bell icon, join the Discord. As I post all my StarCraft stuff there, or I post StarCraft stuff there. And yeah, we see these lings attacking this rock, and as far as this game goes, other than the slightly abnormal drone behavior of them being individually microed, it looks like, you would not be able to tell that Zobot is not a human player, I don't think. Aside from the casual 12,000 APM, of course. But yeah, this as far as I'm concerned could be an NA ladder game, with one player rushing ghosts and the other player just trying to do normal Zerg stuff. We see Burrow on the way, which is a common trait of Zerg bots. The creep spread is starting to go. That should more or less be flawless, the creep spread. That's actually one thing that I'm interested in. Is this bot going to spread that tumor right away, or is it going to wait? Pretty much right away that spreads the tumor, which is a big plus to these bots not being held back on mechanics. And creep spread, fairly simple, just takes a lot of manual labor if you're a player. But for a bot, it ain't but a thing doing that work. We see a third base being secured up by the Terran bot. So going to be floating over a command center there. We'll see if this one's going to be a planetary. Is there an engineering bay? The answer is no. So I'm wondering if this is going to be an orbital. There's an eBay on the way now. So presumably that's going to allow this base to turn into a planetary fortress. Really lock that position down. It's one of those things. Planetaries are just a lifesaver for Terran. At the pro level, you'd never do a third as a planetary fortress, but then at this level, or at a lower level, go for a third as a planetary fortress. Like, if you're in Bronze League, or even, I'd say, up to, like, Diamond or something, you can probably get away with a planetary at a third base, and it will save you a lot of grief. Oh, interestingly enough, Zoe pushing some results in chat as those roaches wandered forward and caught some snipes. We see the first victims of the snipage. Those poor roaches getting sniped into oblivion. We've got Hellbats now waddling forward right onto creep. The ghosts are kind of in the middle of the map, but they're going to be moving out now, stepping onto this this nice blanket of creep that the Zerg's been working on. So far, Ketroc bot has not scanned in order to clean up this creep. So as far as Zoe's concerned, it's got all the information, but knowing is only half the battle. Drones are actually going to run very preemptively, but actually quite in time. Beautiful drone split there by Zoe. The behavior of that to keep those drones alive is great to see. These roaches doing their hesitation thing, just waiting until the bot thinks it can take the engagement. I suppose more and more roaches on the way, infestors on the way. These Hellbats kind of just out to lunch, but they're actually doing all right. These roaches should be able to micro against them rather well. And then, yeah, let's take a look. Ketroc says, sneaky boy, detection is needed. And so says, go, Mass Raven. Also, I'm a girl, not a boy. Oh, God. Yeah, alright, that's an interesting bot. And the fact that there's something programmed there for saying go Mass Raven against Ketroc bot is just very fitting. So a bit of a bot BM meta developing here. We see these ghosts stepping forward onto creep, which hasn't been cleaned up at all, really. No scans by Ketroc bot. Once the Raven's out across the map, though, that's going to allow this to be cleaned up. Looks like Zobot has been in a bit of trouble, though. Yeah, let's see. I mean, the behavior from Zobot does seem to be pretty darn good. However, Ketroc bot has just been having success with these snipes, the roaches and ravagers, of course, having a hard time sort of getting a good engagement. There's a fungal growth going down, but the bot still doesn't really surge forward. Lings, Ravagers now moving forward a bit. The ghosts are still at the back here for Ketroc bot. Just pretty much spamming out snipes as it can. Resources lost, I feel, is going to be vastly in favor of Ketroc bot and doing very well. Zobot seems to like be a pretty solid bot here, but it's just, as far as the trades go, it's not looking too hot. Ketroc bot really not being pushed back at all. This fourth base potentially going to go down. Zobot's at a very healthy economy, but those Ketroc bot behind this just macroing up. We see, okay, we see, yeah, a couple, or just a lot of ghosts on the front lines. Hellbats there, snipes going down. And this is one of those things. You imagine that no bot developer is like, yeah, let's make sure my bot's got good behavior in case someone decides to make mass ghosts. Or not right away anyway. Maybe after this, the programmer for Zobot is going to say, yeah, I need to do something better against these ghosts. And much like some Zergs in the late game, Zobot is having trouble dealing with the mass ghosts. I mean, Ketroc's bot just has not been pushed back at all. The Ravens allowing the burrowed roaches to get sniped. Ketroc's bot saying added blocked expansion point, XY coordinates. I'm guessing that this base due to the creep, or this base. That's very cool to see. I love it when the bots put things in chat to let me know what's going on, what exactly they think. These Hellbats for Ketroc bot are just doing wonders, by the way. These ghosts staying in the middle of the map, regrouping. Raven is clearing out that creep, which is oh so cool. The fact that the Raven knows to drop an auto turret. It was out of range of this Ling. It sees the Ling, though. Gonna drop another turret. Oh, these bots are getting so advanced. Like, in the past, Like some of the older bots that we'd see in these AI matches, or in these bot matches, would literally just be like, yeah, I guess it's not happening, boss. But no, these bots actually have very good behavior now as far as clear and creep and stuff like that. But yeah, Ketroc's bot printing its logic there, clearing the expansion, which is great to see. And yeah, poor Zobot really just been on the receiving end of these ghosts. It's just been Snipe City. An extra 10,000 resources lost compared to Ketroc bot. I won, like, yeah, a pure Roach army I don't think would do too horrible against what Ketroc bot has, but it's just never gonna get there, it seems, as the Snipe's just picking off more and more Roaches. It's just trophy hunting all the time for Ketroc bot here. Just sniping Roaches. Which really would be something. Just go out on a safari and, you know, shoot a Roach. Yeah, Ketroc bot, though, just continuously expanding. Wants to take the bottom left, which is really not happening. The creep spread, of course, should have been going on behind the scenes this entire game. As while the bot may be getting destroyed by Roaches, it's never gonna stop spreading creep. Which is one of the beauties of these AI bots. But yeah, just like army supply wise, it's just not there. There's 15 Roaches, 5 Ravagers, but it seems they're being killed as quick as Zobot can make them. Ketroc's bot is stepping back a little bit, but there we go. See, 4 Roaches just cease to exist. 14 more Roaches are on the way, so I mean, Zobot is building up a much larger number. There's a decent number of Ravagers. This is probably the largest force we've seen this bot get, and it's going to try and attack into a planetary, which is just going to be a testament to why everyone should build planetary fortresses. And oh dear, here come in all the ghosts. Oh no, these poor Roaches. They thought they could break the PF, but instead all they did was just break poor Zobot's heart as they just melted. And that's pretty much every Zerg's experience against mass ghosts. If you don't have enough stuff to kill the ghost, you generally want to stay clear of the ghost. And yeah, Ketroc's bot is just taking all the bases at this point. The expanding behavior is very well done. And it is incredible to see how good these bots have got. And yeah, once again, I can't say enough how much I like seeing things like this attack results. It's honestly awesome as someone who watches these games, instead of just trying to guess why the bot's doing certain things. Seeing it oh so clearly put there. Ketroc's bot doing the mass expansion thing. This is a thing that happens when you have unlimited APM. You're like, sure, another base, why not? Another one, another one. Now we see Corrosive Bile's going down, potentially going to hit a lot of the ghosts. Actually, great connections there, but at the same time, then it's just attack results say it all. Which actually, how's that read? Is that it's just doing direct accounting? It looks like was that 10,050 lost for Zobot or Ketroc? I think so, yeah, which is really cool to see. So those Corrosive Biles actually got some decent damage done. As Ketroc's bot doesn't seem to be dodging against them too perfectly. I mean, it's still doing a darn good job. And it really is its game to lose. As it seems, yeah, Zobot's not going into any other tech. You'd say as a Zerg that, oh, another great Corrosive Bile. Yeah, they really seem to be what Zobot needs here. More Ravagers. Fungals go down. Ketroc's bots, I believe, actually do have some behavior against splitting Fungals. I remember seeing at one point. But yes, this hatchery goes down, and yeah, the reason why Zerg bots don't make Banelings is because unlimited APM means the Banelings will just be split against and microed against in perpetuity. So that's why you never see Banelings really in Probot games. Ketroc's bot still just expanding all over the place. Zobot keeping the supply up. It is a macro machine, that's for sure. Up at 90 drones, doing pretty darn good, but in the end, yeah, it's just, what do you do as a Zerg bot programmer against a Terran bot like this? Would you go for Broodlords, maybe? Yeah, I guess maybe Broodlords? I know Ghosts are good against Broodlords, but, of course, it does require a lot of micro, so that would be interesting to see. How does this Ketroc Ghost bot do against a Zerg that makes Broodlords? Does it properly move in and snipe the Broods without getting tagged up on all the Broodlings, or not? I'm not sure. We really do seem to be seeing just continuous behavior here of Zobot getting wrecked. Ketroc bot up to a whopping 30 ghosts with 9 dead. That's better than Maru, guys. That's better than Maru. Of course, Ketroc bot is not playing against Rogue or Dark, but still pretty darn good. Yeah, mass ghost. I believe there's like 2 Marines made this game. Yep, 72 Hellbats have died, so they are buffering, that's for sure. And then the Zerg has just lost a lot more. Ketroc bot getting the upgrades and everything. Interestingly enough, Zobot started or got 1-1, but then never went beyond that. I'm not sure why that behavior is. I mean, upgrades are good in StarCraft 2. Ghosts don't care about upgrades when they snipe, but as far as direct attacks go, as far as dealing with the Hellbats and dealing damage goes, you generally want the upgrades. So that's one of the questions. Is this something that Zobot never does? Does it just not bother going for the upgrades? Like, or is it just trying to reach some point, which it'll then say, okay, time to use my 2 Evo chambers, and then go for some upgrades, but it keeps getting distracted by making those units. Because, of course, it keeps losing units, which is really an interesting logic problem, in a sense, because at some point, you gotta say, like, hey, you gotta get these upgrades no matter what. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing to do would be, like, if your bot's constantly just bleeding out inefficiently, but then never dying, to say, okay, hey, pause unit production for a minute, make the upgrades, then go back to making units, something like that. But at the same time, that could just let your bot die. So yeah, maybe it is just best to never get the upgrades in this situation. I do not envy the programmers who try and tackle these problems, but they've got all the data from their bots playing lots of games on the ladder and stuff. There is a counterattack going down by Zobot. Gonna try and break one of Ketroc's bot planetary fortresses, but the problem is this bot is now very committed on the other side of the map. The ghosts are there, the snipes, oh god, this is disgusting. Oh no, oh god, it's gone. There's nothing left. Ouch. That's it, those ghosts destroyed it. Oh, this is gonna be tough for Zerg bots to deal with. It really is going to be tough. As Ketroc bot now is just rubbing salt in the wound by taking the bases while the drones are mining there. This queen's like, yeah, alright, spread some creep. Wait a second. Hold up. Okay. 3 command centers on the way. Upgrades still rolling in for Ketroc bot. And yeah, Zobot, I think, had its last hurrah there. So I think we may speed this one up as we're 18 minutes into the game here. I think it is going to be a slow death dance at this point, but what a great game. Ketroc bot, yeah, just seems to trade out better in this situation. Ghost beat Roach Ravager, who's surprised there, not I. It's cool to see some diversity from these players making different units. Oh, we are going to see some more snipes go down here. Oh, these poor roaches, they do not stand a chance. I wish we could see how many times snipes been used this game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Join the Discord, which is linked down below. And also, if you do enjoy... Oh my god, Mule City, by the way. That is a lot of mules. Ketroc bot just says, yeah, time to drop the mules. Which is interesting. I'm not going to go too deep into why it did that. But yeah, consider becoming a member if you do enjoy these casts. There's the join button down below. Helps out the channel, that's for sure. And yeah. We see Ketroc bot, yeah, just cleaning house. Zobot, good fundamentals and everything. Certainly a lot better bots than I can make, and I wonder what the developer's going to do that will help try and deal with ghosts. I mean, it tried making infestors at some point, but in the end, it just... I wonder if I can convert my minerals into Bitcoin, says Ketroc. Oh, God. Oh, if only. 10,000 Bitcoin? Yeah, that's a few dollars. For now, anyway. Ketroc says tag 2240 mule message. Aww. Ketroc bot. Oh no. Is that Pac-Man? Yeah, it's Pac-Man. Okay, Ketroc just getting a little too fancy here. A little too fancy. How chauvinistic? Yeah, how chauvinistic is that? But yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning into this video. By the way, leave a comment down below that says more bots. That's going to be the trend to let me know you want more bots. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.